அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது சார், அதெல்லாம் கிடையாதா? ஓகே. The recorder light I am not getting it here. Okay, sir. Action in the air preheated duct, or continue on the over phone, or in the there is webinar live. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. So the air preheated duct, air preheater is the preheat the air available in the there is power station to increase the efficiency of the firing system. In the outside, whenever there is air is preheated, air is going out, the flue gas is coming outside. In the coming outside, the air preheater coming out, there is the flue gas is coming outside the air preheater. Some duct is provided. The duct dimension is 3.5 meter, 3,500 mm height, 3,500 mm width. So you see that, imagine that. So what we are having, there is a room. In room size, the duct place is, inside place is in the room size. So in that room size, some sort of slope, that is, whenever changing the direction, we have to make some sort of slope. Then slope, we are providing the flue gas bath. The flue gas bath contains nearly 3.5 meter square area. Inside there is, during shutdown period, we clean the ash in the entire air preheater hoppers. Even though clean, the entire ash is removed, some sort of small ash is keep up. What that also coming from there is a maintenance side only. All are removed. So there is a bottom side, there is a locking door also is closed. There is a closing should not be done. Somebody is mischievously such a closed. So what are the ash particles in the above side of that is a sloping side? The ash is accumulated inside. There is 1 feet ash is accumulated. So the renovation work in the slope side is going on. Some sort of hard finishing work. The labor without wearing rope, he stand on the slope side, he slipped into the bottom side of the hoppers. So if he go to this leg is in the front side, he can escape. But that fellow, so turn that there is a head is going the first, that how that what is immersed with the ash upper 1 feet ash is accumulated. So that is immersed. He cannot able to. That is there is no place available to. That is making the bend the body and coming out. So we cannot able to breathe. So in the vertical direction, there is a reverse direction that the body is lying on that. The people working in that is the friends are working along with him. Went for tea. They're coming for at nearly morning 4 o'clock. Means to say, went for tea and that is whenever starting the work. That fellow is not there. Somebody that is lightning is there. That is some sort of leg is showing in the upper portion. So that we are removing the body, then there is metal action there. So only mere without wearing the rope. So safety officers cannot withstand at 4 o'clock in the morning. There is a problem. Some sort of mischievous activity is going on in the labor side. That is create a nuisance. So these are the things happen in the power station. An oil line. You see that oil line maintenance. What is oil line contains? The fuel oil, which is supplied to the boiler burner. The heavy fuel oil, we can say heavy fuel oil or LSHS, low sulfur high stock. That oil should be maintained the viscosity to flow through the pipe. For maintaining the viscosity, we have to heat the oil up to 150 degrees centigrade by means of their steam tracing or heat tracing, some sort of electric wire, or by means of a steam applying to the pipe, then heating is to be done by applying the heat exchanging media. Some heat exchanger is there because we are generating more steam. No, that is steam is utilized for oil heating also. So the oil is recirculation. Whenever we have to operate the burner, that oil is tapping out in the recirculation line. Whenever it is recirculation line, the oil pump is nearly 1.5 kilometers. Pumping station is 1.5 kilometers away. The consumption nearby boiler is nearly 1.5 kilometer away. That is through which the oil is recirculating with a 1.5 inch line, pipeline, in which 150 degrees centigrade oil is flowing. So nearby boiler side, 2 filters available. One, whenever choking is occurs, the oil pressure we cannot able to maintain. So we have to properly clean shift wise. Per shift that the oil filter should be cleaned. So one oil filter is isolated, one oil filter is we have to clean it. The isolation valves are there. Some sort of operation failure, the gasket after isolating and cleaning, the filter is cleaned. So he have to tighten, nearly the 30 bolts are there in the top side of the vessels. He has to uniformly tighten. The gasket tighten there is gaskets and the metal, that is a gasket is perfectly tightened by the, that is a bolt and nut. Whenever charging the oil, some sort of leakages in the gasket, that is broken away. That is sprayed the oil, the entire oil, that is, it's coming at a pressure nearly 26 kg per centimeter, so we are maintaining. Oil is at 26 kg per centimeter square, it is 150 degrees centigrade. It is spraying like that, means in the area nearly 4 to 5 people regularly they are working. One fellow subject to maximum injury, 35 to 40% injuries has occurred in the oil line maintenance. It's not properly tightening the gaskets. There is a problem. So when there is where is the action, it has to be happened. That our aim is not to produce the accident. Our aim is to identify the accident places, to identify the parameters of the accident happen, to identify the location, to hear the noise, abnormal noise, to see the abnormal conditions in the boiler structures, to observe the vibration, or otherwise is there any expansion is occurs, because due to heat, the major portion safety on the boiler is only from the heat production and the spontaneous heat of this fuel handling, ash handling. If you fail to handle the ash, that will create a nuisance. The boiler explosion will occur. Erosion, corrosion. The parameters, if you properly maintain the parameter, or if you properly maintain the parameters of the water content, you will not face any problem in the boilers. Our boiler directed interest is to provide the public safety and equipment safety by means of the controlling the rules and regulations as stipulated by the central government. We are executing the system of boiler operation, or without having any accident, we are making. That is the last 25 years, we are facing only 0.3% of the accident, 0.3% of the accident in the population of the boiler. I can proud of saying in Tamil Nadu, we are seeing the boiler, certify the boiler in proper manner. We are very much concentrated on the not to gapping any accident in that places, by means of insisting the user in proper manner to control the parameters, to provide the very good operator to operate the boiler. Every year we are usually visiting. We are statutory people. We can enter into the boiler during operation. Anytime we can able to enter any industries. to see to safeguard the public safety only. So I am very proud of becoming a director in the boiler director in Tamil Nadu region. In last 20 years, we are not facing such a type of accidents. Only negligence of the operation in the user side, there is making this some problem. In material failure, we are controlling the material failure. BHL is very, there is precautionary measures. They are giving a lot of cushions. Factor of safety they are providing. Even the design side. Stage inspection, we are very strictly maintaining the stage inspection, erection, commissioning, operation, and renewal of the certificate. We are having the proper control. So we can say one of the safety engineer, even though we are boiler inspector, we are very particular about the safety of the boiler, safety of the equipments, safety of the public. We can say we have close relationship with the safety engineers, the safety association. We should have nearly our main purpose from the raw material to running the boiler and even aging of the boiler. We are seeing the safety concepts only by means of maintaining the parameter, by means of the condition of the boiler, analyzing the condition of the boiler, by means of the controlling the operation, by means of the controlling, recruiting the operators, by means of stipulating some control over repairing the boilers and giving guidance to the user of the boilers. User of the 7,000 people are there, different varieties of the peoples. Executives are there. Even though we are much more effort taking in from our directorate, then and there, yearly once, one accident we are meeting. We are meeting one accident. That also we are trying to remove that concept. How do we operate? There is each and every, there is failure occurs, accident, there is case studies we are telling to the user. We are having a lot of, there is online methods we are insisting, we are informing to the users, each and every users, to safeguard the boiler. So you are giving much more important opportunity to explain the safety of the boiler. Even though there is 1.5 hours is not enough for me, so we are synced. There is so much of points I have. There is briefly I am telling you. There is a lot of safety concept is there. Anyway, within 1.5 hours, how much I can able to explain, I am telling to you. There is any doubt, please ask me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now hand over the floor to Mr. Srinath for facilitating the Q&A session, please.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you, sir. It was really a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'll start with the Q&A session.
Yes. Is there any questions? Please ask me, sir.
Yes, sir. One Mr. Varadarajan wants to ask a question. So
yes, sir. Please.
We are trying to unmute him. And meanwhile, Mr. Chatterjee. There are a few questions in the Q&A. I'll start with that, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Greater than 25 liters, steam is not used externally. Is it considered as a boiler?
Hello.
25 liters capacity vessels.
Greater than 25 liters capacity, but the steam is not used externally. Is it considered as a boiler?
So if it is and the steam produced in the container is not externally used, it is not under boiler.
Okay, thank you. There's another question from Mr. Karthikeyan. What is the velocity of steam, sir?
Now, usually the velocity of the steam, depending upon the water is, if this velocity is considered as per the design parameters.
Okay.
And design side, that is, we have to maintain 30 meter per second. The water side. In steam side, we have that is if it is a superheater boiler, that steam, even the velocity is maintained 12 to 13 meter per second. Okay. In dry saturated steam, that is maintaining nearly 18 meter per second. In flue gas velocities on safety norms, the flue gas velocity we have to consider, that is 12 inside the boiler we have to maintain.
Yes, Mr. Varadarajan, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Varadarajan,
Please.
sir, you are audible. You can ask your questions.
What went wrong in recent NLC explosion?
So there is a external firing. Actually, this is the external firing. I can't able to get it. There is a correct. There is correct. There is a causes of a that is accident. But the people are telling from the unofficial news tells the external fire nearby boiler area that causes the firing.
Thank you, sir. Hope Mr. Varadarajan, is there any other question from your end, sir?
Hello.
Mr. Varadarajan, sir?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
yes,
Yes,
please,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, this is Shiladitya here, sir. Sir, you already explained the CO formation in CFBC boiler due to leakage in water tube. But
Yeah.
How we can determine only that water level, only from the water consumption we can determine that there is a leakage in the boiler, or there is something any other parameter through which you can understand that there is a leakage.
Yes. Yes, very good question you are asking. In the particular boiler, no flue gas analyzer is not there, mind you. If you install the equipment of the AirSat apparatus that is gives the flue gas analyzer, it gives the CO, what is the CO level in the flue gas, CO2 level in the flue gas, that is, it will clearly gives the result. In the particular boiler, there is no flue gas analyzer is not there. I insist to provide the flue gas analyzer here afterwards to operate the boiler. Then there is a failed in the erection itself. Second point, in the situation, in the particular situation, because already coal powder is accumulated in the furnace, the separating, that is a separating fluid bed combustion, that we have to remove the bottles unburned carbon available in the bottom side, that we have to remove. We should have some sort of separate arrangement. Otherwise, what will happen means that the bed will not come down even for 8 hours. 700 degrees centigrade means that is available even in practice. In practically, we have seen nearly 4 to 5 hours, so the temperature is not dropped down even a single bit. So there is a chance of maintaining the temperature only there is unbound carbon available in the bed. That has to be removed. Even though there is high heat available in the bed chamber, that we have to make a provision to remove the carbon content available in the bed chamber. Otherwise, it will cause us nuisance by producing the, without having oxygen, the unburned carbon will give the reaction with the heat. It will create the CO formation. Whenever built up the CO, it will give explosion. Are you got the point? Please.
Another thing is, yes, sir. Yes, another thing is that furnace temperature will also affect if there is a leakage inside.
So prevent the leakages, we go to see the water level parameters only. So what happened in the particular instance means even a pinhole leak we cannot observe. There is one accident has happened like that. Another action Another action has happened the similar manner. We can measure the water level very easily, but one action, pinhole leak. There is a problem. There is a strategy.
Yes, sir.
Pinhole leak that was accumulated in the one particular place that we cannot, that is identified. So when pinhole leak development that is impinging on the particular surface of the another, there is heat transfer media that will damage the particular area that will create the nuisance. So if you install the CO, in that instant also, if you install there is a flue gas analyzer, that will, when you are having the explosion, whenever CO pressure is increasing, then only you have to face there is a explosion. So if you have the proper identification, measurement of the CO calculation in the flue gas analyzer, we can trip the unit, we can easily stop the unit and we can analyze very easily. In that boiler also, CO is not measured properly. So many there is a negligence into these measurement concepts, sir. Even the chemical side also, nobody is measuring, measurement is not provided properly, the parameters not maintained properly, they are not, the flue gas, that is, the system is not measured properly, there is a negligence in duties, that's the problem. Can you understand the point, sir, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Thank you very much.
Radharan sir, any other question from your end, sir? I could see raise your hands. All right. Okay.
Segar.
There is one question from Mr. Ramesh Khanna. Shall
Yes,
we
sir.
use stainless steel pipes instead of MS tubes in a boiler?
What, sir, please?
Shall we use stainless steel pipes instead of MS tubes?
Carbon tube.
Or
If you have cost, you have paisa, you can install even with the gold pipe also.
Okay.
So SS pipe cost more per kg. Nearly in the market there is 304 steel, nearly 105 rupees. 105 there is 150 or 200 rupees per kg. In MS pipe, there is a MS pipe we are not using. That is a carbon steel pipe. Cost about nearly how much? There is nearly 50 to 60 rupees per kg. So there is a cost related, but we can increase the life by means of providing the SS pipe. But how much pipe we have to install? Nearly 700 kilometers pipes are there in 210 megawatt. Can you install?
No,
That-
it's a 3 meter boiler, sir.
50-ton boiler.
3 metric ton.
3 ton, whatever it is, 3-ton boiler, the cost will be more.
Okay,
If
sir. Thank
people of there is meeting of expenses, you can do it.
you. I understand.
okay. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, sir. And
Doctor,
there is one question related to hydrogen fuel based boilers. Mr. Raja wants to know: is there anyone using hydrogen fuel based boilers in Tamil Nadu or in India?
Oh, in Tamil Nadu, we are very familiar. Hydrogen used boiler is I am not come across, mind it. Hydrogen used boiler, there is a gasifier unit boiler. There is one. There is here in the, I think Dalmia Cement has small capacity boiler they are having, but whether there is last 10 years back I have visited there. Whether they are having that boiler now, I don't know. Please, the gasifier is amazing. Hydrogen fired boiler means through gasifier hydrogen is produced. That hydrogen is fired for firing. So there is the fuel cost will be more.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're asking.
Yeah, some managements are encouraging overloading. Is it advisable whether we have to seek prior permission from the directorate?
No, there is a instant overloading. He cannot.
No,
able to-
permanent.
Permanent means that is whether your boiler can, that is withstand the design parameters. I have to see. We have to see the design parameters whether the overload it can withstand. But one thing I want to say, once the boiler is installed at a particular capacity, particular parameters, we cannot able to change it first. If you still you want to change, means you have to give the design approval to the boiler directorate. After approving the directorate, the drawing should be approved. You cannot just like that. You cannot change.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Lakshman, you are online. Mr. Lakshman?
Yes.
Yes, sir. You can post your question, sir. You are online now.
Yeah, actually, I have seen fuel gas burners along with steam lines. What is the use of the steam lines along with the burners?
So, oil burner is those who are using oil burners. The atomizing media, since you are having plenty of steam, that steam is utilized for atomizing the oil particles, so that the spraying of the oil particles in the burner, the particle is split off, caught fire. That is perfect firing we go in the furnace. For that, atomizing steam is supplied along with the oil for atomizing the oil particles, or atomizing means we are reducing the particle size in order to ignite the oil very easily. It is atomizing the air is used initially. For LDO, air is used. For LHSS or there is HFO, during the time of that is LDO used, after that there is we can able to attain some sort of steam in the PRDS. From the PRDS we can consume the steam. That is cost is reduced. That's all. That for that only steam is consumed as atomizing media. Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, there is one question from Mr. Pavan Kumar. For a steam generator which is not being categorized under IBR, hydrostatic testing is mandatory.
So steam generator we are not related with that. Even turbine also we are not at all related.
Okay.
But if it is attached with the pressure vessels, the condition is suitable. That is, I have given the three conditions. No, if any other equipment attached with the generator with that particular condition, that is coming under IBR. That is called pressure vessels. That we are coming to picture. That's
Okay.
what I clearly told about the conditions. Wherever the situation occurs, there is a three conditions that the equipment should be approved by the boiler directorate. It is coming under the rules and regulations.
Okay. Thank you, sir. There is one question from Mr. Muralidharan. In case of any accident in the boiler in a running factory, what are the actions should be immediately taken by the safety department, and what is the actions from the boiler department?
One thing I want to say, the actions we are not expecting.
Very true, sir.
If it is happened, we have to stop the fuel admission. Initial first things you have to stop the fuel admission into the boiler. What are the waste particle is you have to remove it. The first precautionary measures, that is the first aid to the boiler means you have to remove. That is secondary combustion should not take place. You have to remove entire ash particles. As well as the try the level best. So I don't want to say that is you go inside. I am not insisting. Wherever it is possible, you have to remove the waste ash particles accumulated in the boiler. You have to stop the fuel admission. The water level should be maintained always. Even though there is a T failure, water level you have to maintain. Because initial heating is there, no. The ID fan should run to remove or exacerbate all the waste heat, waste flue gas available inside accumulated in the boiler should be removed. These are the precautions we have to take initially. After seeing your boiler, you have to intimate some abnormal sound I can't able to run the boiler. Please come and inspect the boiler and give the instruction. You have to intimate the particular state inspectorate. After inspection of the boiler inspectorate, you have to repair the boiler. Then only that you have to operate it. There is a two actions. Immediate action is first aid. That first aid, you have to prevent the further development of the accident. Second things, you have to intimate the directed after the rectification. There is a things you have to follow. This is a procedure. So not only that, as per the Act, within 24 hours you have to intimate. Rule says the user of the boiler should intimate the regarding what is the failure of the boiler. You have to intimate the boiler director immediately, because immediately we cannot ascertain what is the failure. For that they are given 24 hours. Within 24 hours, any boiler can cool down. We can go inside. We see the failures.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
There is one question from Mr. Chatterjee. How far poking is allowable in a running pulverized fuel fired boiler?
Poking.
Poking. Sir.
Poking of ash particles?
The question is like how far poking is allowable in a running pulverized fuel boiler?
Pulverized fuel boiler means that is a ash particle constraint.
Yes. Yes.
Poking, this no possibilities of poking. Then we have to remove. That is, we have to provide the system. What are the accumulated in the bottom side? Bottom as hopper is there. Any hopper is there. That is, we have gear, automatic gear mechanism is there. Some slurry, that is, water has to be injected through the nozzles. What are the accumulated in the hopper? The ash is that through the injecting nozzle, water is carried out. There is the water is admitted through the injecting nozzle. That nozzle water is carried out. There is what are the ash particles accumulated in the hoppers. Then it comes. There is as a slurry form. Then slurry pump is there. Then pump is going to the ash type. There is as an system that has to be properly maintained. That is the way to maintain.
Strategy you are online. If you have any further questions, you can post it directly.
Working is not that is advisable. The sudden accumulator the sudden accumulator ash is coming down means that it is making a nuisance.
Okay.
For that only in the hopper side, electrostatic precipitators, working happens in two, that is the principles. Accumulation in the wall of the plate, that is the wall of the hopper side, then only you can create the poking of the plate on the outside. So in the wall itself, if you provide some sort of heaters, no ash particles, then some we are providing. In the there is electrostatic precipitator hoppers are having heaters. Poking of ash only because of the wet particles accumulated in the ash, only it will stagnant on the wall surface of the hopper side. If you provide heaters, that moisture also removed, automatically it will fall down to the bottom. There is the provision available. Chatterjee, or you got the point?
Mr. Chatterjee? Okay, he is actually texting his. Fine, sir. There is one question related to the PPEs. Is there any specific PPE need to be provided for a boiler operator?
Yeah. There are three classifications. At present, second class boiler operator, first class boiler operator, boiler operating engineers. The second class boiler operator can operate the boiler up to 500 square meter heating surface area.
Okay.
The first class operator can operate 1000 square meter heating surface area. Above that, he is not eligible to operate. If there is any action happen above the heating surface area of the 1000 square meter, if he operate first class operator, that is, he is liable to punishment. So above 1000 square meter heating surface area boiler, boiler operating engineers should only operate the boiler. Each and every first, second class, that is first class, and boiler operating, each and different examination is there. He has to pass it with having minimum qualifications. He has to apply to the boiler directorate. The boiler directorate is conducting the examination and issue the certificates for the particular persons as an operator. Okay.
Yes, sir. Is it personal protective regarding the personal protective equipments, sir? You can comment on that. What are the specific personal protective equipments for a boiler operators as specified in the Act?
So in the Act, that is personal safety. Whenever guy enter into the boiler, 24 volts you have to provide. These are the things only. That is a general concept only they are telling. In 321. How do we enter into the boiler? Is classified in the regulations itself. As per the regulation norms, we have to take part in the safety precautions. There is no dressing code method is available. So lightning should be properly provided inside the boiler. That lightning should be 24 volts capacity. If there is any shock occurs, that should not create a nuisance to the human beings. That's the condition they have given. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And we have come to the last question of the session. From
Yes, sir.
Mr. Varadarajan. Can you suggest any automatic knockdown mechanism to clear the ash accumulation?
Automatic.
Knockdown mechanism to clear the ash accumulation.
So, you know, that's what I'm telling you. Even the fuel admission itself, how much tons of coal is admitted into the boiler. So, how many ash particles that has to be removed? You should have some sort of idea behind that. If we have percentage of the ash is 40% ash in the coal powder means, if you admit 100 tons per hour means 40 tons per hour that has to be removed. If it is not removed, what will happen? Through the chimney only it will going outside, or through the hoppers it will come down. Through the hoppers, if you are not able to remove it, that will accumulate in the boiler. Through the opening of the peepholes, if there is any accumulation of the boiler, there is an ash powder inside the bottom side of the boiler, we can easily see. So, observing the accumulation of the ash particle in the bottom side of the boiler or in the hoppers or any pollution that through the chimney is the ash particle is coming outside is very large. These are all the parameters we have to see. So, at present, no need to provide any that is automatic accumulation of the ash particles. So, no need. We have to control.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we come to the end of Q&A session.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Over
Thank
to
you for
you.
your opportunity to face this the type of lecture.
The presentation actually went really good, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Thank
And
you.
lot of takeaway.
Yeah, exactly. As sir said, we had a lot of takeaways in this because I believe this one and a half hours is definitely not sufficient to understand the subject.
Yeah.
You have taken a lot of efforts to bring whatever the important points within the short span.
Yeah.
Really, it was very useful session. Over to
Mrs. Divya,
Vijay.
for vote of thanks. Mrs. Divya? Okay. There is some connectivity issue.
Yeah, there is some connection issue, I believe.
Okay, you can talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Divya, you are absolutely clear.
All right. So I would like to deliver the vote of thanks now. Respected sir, organizers and all the participants, I on behalf of the Safety Cluster Committee extend a very hearty vote of thanks to you for taking your valuable time off your busy schedule to host this webinar this evening. There was a lot of information. Me as a layman from the industry, it is definitely an exemplary speech from your end, sir. And I must mention the deep sense of appreciation to you for giving everyone a 360-degree clarity on the various approaches for boiler safety. The way you explain the topic is exemplary. I heartily congratulate to all the participants for staying up till your dinner time and being with us. And thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you everyone for making this webinar a grand success.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I close it. Thank you.
Thanks.